Are you ready for a story that is both unbelievable and true? It's the story of one of the most important men in the Mocro Maffia, a man known for his forceful and relentless personality and his insatiable desire for money and power. This man's name is Benaouf Adaoui, or Ben, as he's commonly known in the underworld. From his role in the decade-long conflict between two criminal groups to his spectacular helicopter jail escape, Ben's tale is one for the ages. But who is Ben, and how did he become such a significant player in the Mocro Maffia? Born in Morocco but raised in Eindhoven, the Netherlands, Ben moved to Amsterdam in his 20s and quickly became involved in the underground drug trade. Young, energetic, and money-hungry, he soon rose through the ranks to become a major player in the lucrative cocaine industry. Ben's ascent to power, however, was not without its share of obstacles. Both Ben and his adversary, Gwinnett Martha, were among the largest investors in a shipment of cocaine that went missing in 2012 while it was in transit from Antwerp. The shipment included 200 kilograms of cocaine. The disappearing of the narcotics brought about a rapid escalation in tensions between the two parties, with one side pointing the finger of blame at the other for the theft. Things came to a climax in October of that year when the two sides were due to meet at a hotel in Antwerp to discuss their issues. However, things did not go as planned. Ben, however, had other things in mind. He enlisted assassins to wait in ambush for Najib Bobo, who served as Gwinnett's right-hand man when he arrived at the hotel. Bo was hit by 16 bullets, and there was no hope for his survival. The confrontation with the Mocro had begun in an official capacity. The fighting continued for several more months, with both sides delivering strikes and counter-hits to one another. Ben nearly avoided an attempt on his life in December of 2012 when he and 3 other people were targeted while seated in a Range Rover in Amsterdam. The assassination attempt took place. Ben was the only survivor of the 3 guys because he was the only one who was able to leap into the water in between the 2 houseboats and swim to safety. Ben had a lot of brushes with disaster, but in the end, he just ran out of luck. After his arrest in June of 2013 on charges of money laundering and possession of firearms, investigators quickly connected him to the plot to kill Najib Bobo as the coordinator of the plot. Ben was ultimately found guilty and given a jail term of 12 years duration. Ben, though, continued to cause problems even while he was incarcerated. In 2017, he masterminded a daring jailbreak that would have been fit for the silver screen. His plan included a helicopter, a Colombian pilot, and a BlackBerry PGP phone. Ben was forced to serve out the remainder of his term since the escape attempt, which he had meticulously planned, and he was finally stopped by the police. However, Benaouf Adaoui's narrative is not even close to being finished. He is currently serving his time behind bars, and the earliest he will be released is in August of 2020. What is going to take place in the aftermath of his release? The only way to know is to wait. So there you have it, the bizarre backstory of one of the most significant guys in the Mocro Maffia's organization. Ben's story is one that is compelling and disturbing for a number of reasons, including his participation in the decade-long struggle that took place between 2 gangs and his amazing helicopter jail escape. A story outlines how far certain people will go to accomplish their objectives of riches and influence. Furthermore, who knows, perhaps one day we will have the option to observe it on a realistic scale. But the story of Benaouf Adaoui also raises important questions about the criminal underworld and the lengths to which people will go to gain and maintain power. It's a world where violence is the norm and loyalty is often bought and paid for. And yet, for some like Ben, it's a world they're willing to risk everything to be a part of. But while Ben's story may be extreme, it is important to remember that the Mocro Maffia is not an isolated phenomenon. Criminal organizations like this exist all over the world, and their impact on communities can be devastating. From drug trafficking to human trafficking, these groups profit from the suffering of others, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. So the question is, what can be done to prevent them? This is a challenging question with no simple solutions in sight. Law enforcement organizations from around the world have spent decades trying to combat organized crime. Yet the issue is still present today. Some people believe that the answer lies in addressing the underlying issues that lead to criminal behavior, such as poverty and inequality in society. Others are of the opinion that the solution lies in implementing stricter punishments and improving the efficiency of law enforcement. No matter what the solution may be, one thing is abundantly clear. The story of Benaouf Adaoui serves as a reminder of the risks posed by organized crime, as well as the necessity for all of us to collaborate in order to construct a society that is both safer and more just.